Sundays were an interesting day in my mission because we often had meetings on Sundays with the ward council, and then it was also the day in my mission that we would do weekly planning. Usually most missions do that on Thursday. We did it on Sunday, and so there was very little time to actually do real work on Sunday. But I did notice that in my first area, for some reason, like anytime we decided to contact someone on Sunday, on the way to church, on the way home to do planning, whatever it was, it's so easy to make an excuse not to contact. But whenever we did, we had success. And so, the biggest, I guess, success we had from that was one time we were walking home, and this lady's out brooming, and she says, "Hi, elders." And anytime you hear the elders, it's like, oh, either inactive member, been taught before, or a member we haven't met. So we ended up talking to her, and she had been taught 4 years before by the elders, but they had never really made an attempt to invite her to be baptized. They just kind of formed a friendship with her. And so she was amazing as we taught her. I really know I guess the biggest thing that I learned from teaching her was that you don't ever want to be shy about the commitments you're asking people to do. You're asking them to change their lives. So you might as well go big or go home. In our mission, she owned a lot of people owned their own little shops. So she owned a zapateria, or a little shoe shop where she sold shoes. And, the weekends were obviously better days to sell. And so she opened up on Sundays. It was a totally normal thing. And I just remember my companion, who had been in the mission longer, I was a greenie, he had said, she doesn't have to close her shop on Sundays to be able to get baptized. Like, we don't, that's, how people live they just need to go to church, and we need to invite them to live, the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. But that's not a requirement. We can't force her to do that for her to get baptized. And so he was a little bit hesitant to invite her to do that. And I decided, no, if we're going to invite her to keep the Sabbath day holy, we're going to invite her to do the whole thing. So I invited her I just remember inviting her to shut her shop on Sunday, and to go to church and just not open up the shop when she got home. And she did that the very next Sunday. And it was a huge testimony builder for her, because the very next day, the next morning, she sold 500 pesos. She basically sold out of all the little fireworks. She's also sold fireworks in her shoe shop. They sell anything they can. And she sold out within the first few hours of being open on Monday. And she made more money basically than she did almost the entire week before. And so it was a huge testimony to her of, wow, if I don't open up on Sunday, God will bless me during the week, so I'll be okay. And I had the opportunity to, a year later, go through the temple with her, with that same companion who was ending his mission at that time. And it was a really unique opportunity for us to both be in the mission and be able to go with someone, with one of our conferences she received her endowments. It was a really special opportunity, and just goes to show that, people will be willing to change their lives if you invite them, and if you promise the blessings that they're going to receive.